what's up? It's Kathy, and I'm back with another process video, and this one is really quick because I had already kind of worked on it a while ago, and so I had some pieces already pre-cut, I guess. I knew I wanted to use a little bit of a grid paper, and I had these old 4x6 Heidi Swap photo mounting, it was a paper pad of photo mounting stuff from like an old collection of hers, and I used it in the background. You can see it kind of looks like bows back there. And then I'm using a lot of Turn the Page collection, which at the time that I made this I had gotten new recently. But I'm also using a bunch of stuff that was just hanging around on my desk. For instance, that globe with the heart is old, and I think it's from an old crepe paper line, maybe a Valentine's Day line or something, and that acetate piece that has the alphabet is from Little You collection. So these were just kind of hanging on my desk because I'd forgotten to put them back in with the other pieces of ephemera that I use. So I decided to just kind of shove them in. And I backed the photo a little bit with some pattern paper that was from the Turn the Page 6x6 paper pad, and then that little flag with the star is also from Turn the Page. And you can see I've got these little speech bubbles and the little sparrow and the butterfly, and they were actually from the sticker sheet, but they were clear stickers. So one day when I was bored and watching something, I decided to take a few of them and stick them down onto cardstock and then fussy cut them out, just because I wanted some of the sayings, but I knew I was going to probably use pattern paper, so I did. And then there's a journaling card, or like a Project Life card, that was from the cut apart sheet, I believe, from Turn the Page. And so I'm also grabbing some of the ephemera. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up using from the ephemera. And I have these old October afternoon cards that are in my stash of I have a big stash of like random cards, like Project Life cards and different cut aparts and things like that. And these are in my stash, and they're very vintage, and they're all the letters of the alphabet with things on them like A is for this and whatnot. So I decided I wanted to use a few of them just to bring in something kind of different. So I grabbed the Z because at what other point am I going to use a Z? And I wanted to use that T because it had something on it, but then I decided to use the X because it brought in the navy blue, and because also it was an X, and how often are you going to use an X? So I thought this was a great way to just kind of layer. I wasn't concerned that you could see what was underneath it. I was just trying to get the point of like the alphabet across, because this was a layout about my son and daughter getting on the bus on the first day of school back in September when she started going to kindergarten and he was starting grade 3, and it's just kind of like one of those big milestones for them. So I really like the idea of using the little word bubbles or speech bubbles that were up at the top from the stickers, and those were the fussy cutout ones, and they just said things like believe in yourself and bring it on, and it's all very like inspirational, I guess. And at this point I think I thought I was going to keep that rainbow in the bottom, and I don't end up doing it. So I don't end up keeping that strip of paper in the bottom. I think I mess up and cut the bottom off or something. So I decided I needed mixed media, and I'm not sure why I picked the green, because the green is not involved in this color scheme at all, but oh well, I picked it. It's on there now. I just really wanted to use these papers. I thought if I closed down Facebook it wouldn't pop up with stuff, and it still did, so I apologize for that bloop bloop. I'm gonna try to close it. I'm just having a conversation with my sister too. So I just wanted some mixed media to separate the layers, because the layers are all very the same color. Okay. All right, I really hope she stops talking to me now. I love her, but she needs to stop talking to me. So I'm just popping a ton of stuff up on pop dots and like fun foam, and just putting chipboard pieces everywhere and having fun and going crazy with this layout. There's like so much going on in this layout, and it's a really short video because I had already kind of laid this out thinking what I was going to do, and so then I had to set it aside and come back to it. Which is kind of nice that I already had this stuff planned out. It made my video a little shorter, and it's always nice to have some shorter videos instead of like 20-minute long videos because I can't decide what I'm doing. But I was really happy to kind of like use up all this stuff and get this combo of older products that are just in my stash that I never think of, along with the new products. So I'm really happy with how it went. And I do, again, apologize for my Facebook messaging popping up. I really thought if I closed it, it wouldn't pop up. Little did I know. Anyway, I don't do much else. I don't think I decorate any more than maybe like another chipboard arrow or something like that. I think I put a yellow one up at the top. And I didn't really put a huge title. There was one that said about new adventures. That was a fussy cut one, and I wanted to put it on and I had forgotten. And in the end, I do put it on off screen before I went and took the picture, but just because I had forgotten that I had it. So that's, I guess that could be the title, but I like the title being The Start Here because it's the start of the school year. So especially for her, because this is the first time she's ever gone to school. And I just like the idea of putting these big chipboard paper airplanes over other ones that are existing. Just as kind of like a subtle thing where you might not notice it right away. But yeah, I like doing stuff like that. I think it looks cute. So I think the only other thing I will be doing besides this is I'm going to put some, I don't think it's Heidi Swap. I think it's, I cannot remember. It's this tiny little jar of blue ink that I bought, Ditto or something like that. And it's like royal blue, and I really love it for layouts like this. It really, really pops, I find. And then I'm going to doodle on some of, originally I was going to stitch, and then I realized I didn't really want to do that. So I'm going to doodle on some of the little paper airplanes and their little wind motion, little stitched piece, just to kind of, I don't know, make a few stand out just in random places. And I outlined some of them too. And I just thought it looked kind of cute to add that little addition in. So that's actually going to be it for the layout. It's done. Ta-da! I just layered papers. That was it. Anyway, pictures are coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. So have an awesome day. And yeah, bye.